Welcome to State Champs Score. It is week 4 of the Michigan high school football regular season, and we've got you covered from all around the state. This is just 6 of the 12 games we will be bringing to you this week on State Champs Score, on the State Champs YouTube channel, and Local 4 Plus. Hello everyone, my name's Ryan Slocum, joined by former Lions tight end Rob Rubick. Thanks so much for being here. And Rob, this is a huge week, probably the biggest week of the season so far. A number of ranked matchups. No, that's not big. That's not big.
Yeah, a lot of this going on.
This is what happens off camera. Yeah.
DCC, Orchard Lake, St. Mary. You go to Stevenson and Dakota.
Huge.
We're going to be there. Shawnee B and Grant Perry will be there calling that game. So it's going to be a great night. Stay with us. We worked out a lot of kinks. I'm pumped.
It's going to be awesome, man. We're going to take you from up north to down south, east and west side of the state, and we have reporters at a number of the games. We will be checking in with them as well. And when your team gets into the red zone, we're going to take you there. We're going to have the highlights for you all around the state. Let's get into it right now. So here is 4 of our games, our bigger games we have for you tonight. You mentioned it. Sterling Heights Stevenson taking on Macomb, Dakota. Both teams 3-0, looking for their win in the Macomb Red. Divine Child taking on Detroit Country Day. One of the best running backs in the entire state in that game, Mr. Vitti, going to be playing at Iowa. Clarkston Everest and Allen Park Cabrini. 3-0 in that game with 5.1 second there in the first quarter. And then down on your bottom right, Dexter and Saline. Big game here. 13-0 out of the gate, Rob, for Dexter. Saline just came back. They got themselves a touchdown. So we have a 7-point game in that one. Once again, Rob, both of those teams are 3-0. Dexter coming out early and coming out hot.
Yeah, we just saw a big play in the upper left. Stevenson, Dakota. Stevenson was kicking field, gets blocked, and it's going to the house. It's going the other way.
10,
what in turn?
Touchdown! Oh my goodness gracious. Rashad Wilson, the junior defensive back, picked it up, got a couple blocks, and he takes it to the house.
Boy, oh boy, Sean. You want to talk about making a play? And we've seen a few of these blocked today. How about let's pick it up and run with it? And that's exactly what Rashad Wilson does. We heard steal the bacon. Well, this bacon went right to Rashad, right in his hands, gift wrapped, and then he's just got to hit the gas right here. Breaks one tackle and then hits the sideline. It's got the convoy rolling. And boy, Rashad Wilson, right place, right time. Didn't expect it to be on special teams, but man, did he make a huge play here today.
Wow. Extra point forthcoming. Snap down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. What a momentum changer that is, Grant Perry. My goodness gracious.
About time someone came through with an explosive play. But if you were to tell me the explosive play was to come on a blocked field goal, I would have told you, man, maybe the fourth quarter? I don't know. Here on early.
How about that play?
Yeah, what a
Rashad Wilson.
Huh?
Yeah, you think 3 points on one end? No, sir. We are heading the other way. The Cougars taking a 7-0 lead. And as we said, this is a huge matchup in the MAC Red. Their first matchup of the year in conference play. Both teams 3-0 and have title implication or aspirations, I should say.
You knew it was going to be a defensive struggle. 2 of the better physical teams in the Macomb County in the Red. And Stevenson, nice drive, get down the field, special teams. You know, people talk about 1/3 of the game and everyone gives it kind of lip service, but it truly is. And we saw right there, that's a 10-point swing.
Absolutely.
You don't get 3, instead you give up 7.
Divine Child with a 14-0 lead right now at Detroit Country Day. Cass and King, the Battle of Detroit. They're going at it on your bottom left.
And that's at Wayne State. So maybe I know it's they're not in the red zone, but let's see if we can go to Cass and King just a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to
that is Country Day
and Divine Child.
How about those unis over there for Country Day this year? Little UCLA looking. I like it. They're looking good. But Divine Child, Chris Laney's crew coming in 3-0. They have not given up a point yet this season, Rob. How does this sound? 56-0, 35-0, 43-0. Country Day looking to change that here.
You're seeing great team speed defensively by Divine Child. Aiden Hutchinson would be proud right now, along with Gary Danielson and Jeff Chadwick, 2 former Lion teammates of mine who all went to DCC.
Yeah, those are your boys, man. We're in the
DC,
double box
rather,
now.
Divine Child, yeah.
North Farmington, Bloomfield, we had them. Now it's Cass and King. It's Cass with the ball. They took the lead on a punt return for a touchdown. And they have the lead in the ball right now. Quick out. How about those shoes, Rob? They're moving.
I know you're quite a jogger. You could get on the freeway with those at night, Ryan, and be safe.
Yeah, you definitely could. I used to be, not so much anymore. That's why I didn't stand sideways when we came up, because you didn't want, you know how that works. William Sykes Jr. is the man with the neon shoes for Cass Tech. And we take, looks like we've got a timeout here on Divine Child and Country Day. Timeout for the home squad. Country Day, those two teams playing last year, and it was Divine Child with the win. They're 2-1 all time against Country Day. They won last year 23-6.
It's been a while. Country Day has been down for a few years. Dan McLean, outstanding coach, and he's trying to resurrect that program and get it going again. But right now it's tough sledding.
How about Dexter, Rob, again finding the end zone, and they've opened up now a 19-6 lead over Saline.
And Stevenson in the upper right in the white tops against Dakota just had a big play to get them on the plus side of the 50 and get them back in business after giving up that blocked field goal. So you want to keep an eye on Stevenson in the upper right. We also have now the upper right is Beale City and McBain. Stevenson has moved to the lower left. And then we have a new entry into the game, Fraser and Port Huron.
First time tonight checking in with them. Haven't seen them yet. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. And we do have a state champion out there in Beale City, D8, Rob.
Yeah, but if anyone noticed in that Port Huron game, what a beautiful setting, how all the pine trees circling the field. You gotta like some of these high school fields, especially away from the city with right in the middle, they build them right in the middle of the woods. It's great.
Did a game last year out at Mason. Don't know if you've been out there.
And with Lansing Way, yeah.
Yeah, and with what you said, got the trees over there, and you sit in the press box and look, especially in October, with those trees changing colors. It's a beautiful place to see a ball game.
Well, look at King and Cass Tech in the upper right-hand corner. That's when we're going to keep an eye on the entire night. If they get deep a little bit, we may switch that. It looks like we had a little lag with the streaming of that game that we're picking up. It's lagging a little bit. Country Day in the bottom left, trying for a big play down the middle, and they throw a pick.
Thrown away.
Yeah.
Intercepted. Oh, how about that?
A little Dion.
Heads up move, picks up a couple of extra yards with the little pitch. That's Antonio Solares VT, who ended up with the ball after the interception.
We also got the bottom right hand, Frankenmuth really having their way early on. I mean, they're still in the first quarter. As time's running down, they're up 20-0 going for the conversion.
Yeah, Frankenmuth.
So that's going to be quarter down there.
20-0 after one. And they are not a happy group of Eagles after losing the season opener in the final minute. Goodrich, the D4 state champs, kicked a field goal to win it 17-14. And they have taken it out on folks since then, Rob. After losing that game, they beat Swan Valley 21-14, and then how about this one? They put up a 70 spot on Elma last week.
Ooh, that's tough. Frankenmuth's on their way again, as you say, they're rolling again. If we get a chance, we're going to try to get back to Detroit Catholic Central and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. That's really, I felt, was the marquee game. Now, the one up in the upper, where is it at now? It's gone. The Stevenson Dakota game, but we really want to see if we get the big screen on Detroit Catholic Central and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. It's up in the upper right. They're kicking off.
Yeah, that is Detroit Catholic Central, the Shamrocks, in the blue unis. Just about to kick off here.
I'm sorry, Stevenson Dakota on the bottom right on the. It's like Stevenson the 35 heading in. Maybe let's see if we can head to Dakota and watch a little bit of this. They're on the 35-yard line, trying to even the score down 7-0.
fresh set of downs. Boy, this is a good response so far, Grant.
It is.
By this Titan team. Trip receivers far side. Jones Jr. starts on the right hip, now on the left hip. One receiver near side. Reese in the shotgun, gives it to Jones Jr. again. Tries to get outside, can't do it. Good second and third effort to kind of dive forward and pick up 3, but great pursuit by that Cougar defense.
Yeah, and Michael Jones just ran out of some yards to run there, ran into the sideline and just had to cut it up. Got a few yards, but when he's running, he's picking up hard yards. He's breaking tackles. The first guy at the tackle isn't bringing him down, so he's doing a good job on that front. But if you're the Titans here, you're in the territory of which you've been in 3 other times. You got to find a way to break the habit here, get it across the goal line, and come away with some points on this drive.
2nd and 7, clock running inside 4 minutes to go here in this second quarter. 7-0 Dakota on top. Direct snap. Reese has some space outside. Can't get all the way to the edge before he's pushed out of bounds, but that sets up another 3rd and short from about the 28-yard line.
Can't go broke taking a profit. Try to help your 3rd down. Put yourself in a situation where you feel comfortable, where you expand your playbook for those 3rd down and short to 4th down and short. Because right here, without a doubt, Stevenson is in a situation where they're going to go. If they don't get it here, they're going to go again.
3rd, and we're going to call it about 2.5. 3rd and about 2.5. They need to get just shy of the 25-yard line. Reese in the shotgun again. Checking in is Jaden Hill Alston. He's in the backfield with Michael Jones Jr., and we're going to get another timeout. Timeout on the clock with 3:52 to go. Hey, don't forget, coming up at halftime, we've got a lot of stuff.
All right, appreciate that, Shawnee. And you can see now we're in that 4-box center line, Marine City, 21-0. Same at Country Day. They are down 21-0 to Divine Child. And then we see 7-0 Cass and King.
Boy, the Mariners are really starting to put it on center line here today.
And Cass and King, it is Martin Luther King now at the 12-yard line, looking to find the end zone for the very first time tonight.
Martin Luther King. This is the Battle of Detroit. There's no question. These are the 2 premier teams in the city of Detroit. Martin Luther King and Detroit Cass Tech, coached by Marvin Rushing, who's been, his end of the last game of the year usually is at Ford Field.
Absolutely.
So he's got it going on, and Terrell Patrick doesn't do too bad at Martin Luther King either.
No question about it.
I tell you what, sometimes we're cursed because we're at the mercy of watching this go live. We go to a game, we go big, and they go to commercial or end of a quarter. So these schools need to work with us a little bit more.
And you shout out the coaches too, when you did it, they screw us all up and they go to a timeout. But we'll get you back to that King-Cass matchup at Wayne State here in just a few minutes. But yeah, you talked about Cass Tech and King as well. Mm-hmm. King finds themselves down there at Ford Field every single year in D3.
Yeah, now we got the 4-box going on here, and I would you can watch wherever you want. You're at home. But I'm going to direct you, try to keep an eye, we're not going to go big, but just keep an eye on that upper left with Stevenson and Dakota, because that's a dandy. I mean, Stevenson, once again, moving the ball. Last time their drive was thwarted by a blocked field goal, returned for a touchdown. Let's see if they can finish this drive. 3rd and 7, big play.
3rd and 7, absolutely. Got to make something happen.
Oh, just overthrow the end of the end zone.
Under 4 minutes to go in that.
Hey,
and we have a touchdown.
I'm sorry. But Fraser Port Huron, upper right, Port Huron just ran it in for a touchdown. Second touchdown of the night.
Great job by the quarterback, his 2nd touchdown of the night. The ladies in the construction gear are loving it. I don't know who's brighter, the ladies in the construction gear, the uniforms.
Hey, big 4th and 7 though.
And they're going for it, Rob.
We got Stevenson and Dakota in the upper left. Stevenson and White going for it on the 4th down and 7. You can see our crew kind of highlighting a little bit who might be some of the go-to guys. Well, they're kind of going Tony Romo and highlighting everyone, so you're probably going to be right.
Cass King looking in the corner of the end zone. That pass just a little bit long.
Here we go, 4th and 7, upper left.
goes way upstairs. Did it get brought in? Doesn't look like it. What a stop there from Macomb Dakota.
Cougars got to bear in their claws a little bit here.
Absolutely.
And we got Dexter and Celine in the bottom left. It's 20-6 Dexter. Now it looks like Celine is in the red zone. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we can go big here. We can go. Let's head out to Celine. Check out all the Hornets so they can finish this drive, leading 20-6.
We've got a touchdown, North Farmington. How about that play, Rob? Cutting back inside, takes it in, touchdown, Celine. So Celine now 20-12 as they look to tack on the extra point. Looks like we may have a high-scoring affair here. North Farmington kicking the extra point. They have opened up a big lead on Bloomfield Hills, now 28-7. North Farmington looking to bounce back. Had a really bad first half against their rivals last week, Rob. Against Farmington, they got down big before making a late comeback and making it a game. They end up losing, though, 35-22 to fall to 1-2 on the year. Well, they've come out much better to begin this one against Bloomfield Hills. We've got a timeout in Cass King as the Crusaders looking to find the end zone, tie this thing up.
Look up in the upper left, Stevenson, Dakota. It's been a fast first half. That's when you get defensive struggles. When teams are moving the ball some, but a lot of punting, not a lot of scoring. What is it, under like, you get 230, under 230
Yep.
counting here, as Dakota's trying to put a drive together here to finish out the first half.
Down 7-0, 2:20 to go. 2nd and 7. Looking long, had a man out there, but just overshoots him. Hey, Rob, first time we're checking in with Harper Woods. They are at Stony Creek this week, looking to improve to 4-0 on the season.
Stony Creek right now is in the red zone. This is the upper right. Harper Woods is in white, Stony Creek in the blue.
Harper Woods, our 8th ranked team this week, had that huge win that we brought you, down 21-0 to Clarkston, came back to win it in week 2. Division 4 state champions 2 years ago. Here comes Macomb Dakota one more time. That's going to be a first down to the 35.
All right, we go back. All right, Cass Tech and King now. This is also maybe we got Cass Tech and King and Harper Woods and Stony Creek. Maybe we could go to that 2 box. We can look at Cass Tech right now is in the red zone. They're on the 12-yard line trying to get it in on the bottom right.
Fired.
Oh, that was a seed.
In and out of the hands. Man, that had some juice on it, just out of the reach there of
I think we're
Dante
doing a little split
Ellington.
screen with the big boys. We got Dakota trying to go in the upper left. And then we got Cass Tech and King in the bottom right. Keep an eye on it. Dakota now with 1:40 down, leading 7-0.
Stony Creek trying to run it up the gut. They cannot. That Harper Woods defense slowed them down. Stony wants that first down. They're pointing for it.
Yeah, let's keep an eye up there, trying to get it in here. How come the cameraman's not shooting the scoreboard at Harper Woods? We not have some. We not have it.
So it is a turnover on downs for King. They got down there to the 12 and could not find the paint. So they're down 7-0 after a punt return for a touchdown. The number 1 team in the state, Cass, takes over. They got a long way to go, though. They got to go 88 yards. Dearborn Divine Child has a 21-0 lead over Detroit Country Day, and they are down there looking to find the crib one more time. John. 3-0 Divine Child taking on 2-1 Country Day. And there we are, full screen now, inside the 5-yard line. Marcelo Vitti is a guy you want to pay attention to in that Divine Child game. Plays running back, defensive back, 4-star athlete. Will be playing his college ball at Iowa.
Upper right hand, Stony Creek gets turned away. Interception in the end zone.
And guess who that was?
Let me guess.
Dakota Durant.
Yeah.
Get used to hearing that name.
D1 football programs.
He is one of the, if not the best wide receiver in the country in the junior class.
Wow.
And he does everything. He runs the
look
ball,
how big
plays.
That is, Ryan. End of the second quarter, right before the half, Stony Creek trying to go in and tie it against a team that you said is undefeated, and they get a pick in the end zone. Man, if you're a coach, you just hate that. You have points. I mean, you at least can get a field goal attempt, and you throw a pick in the red zone.
Dakota Durant can out-athlete just about anybody. He is an absolute playmaker. You saw it right there.
We're going to halftime. A lot of these get close to halftime.
Got 1 minute to go
Let's
in Dakota.
Let's go and see what Shawnee Belizean and Grant Perry are doing. We can send it over to Stevenson, Dakota, because Dakota's trying to get some points here right before the first half.
Great play by the quarterback there.
Down, out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
What a run. Unreal run right there. And I don't know if we're going to have the opportunity to see that play, but number 8, Mason Dragic, he just had a play that's not going to show up on the stat sheet. It's what we call a hit by block. When you're coming back downfield, you see your runner, he's ahead of you, but you go to block the guy, he doesn't see you. You just step in front. You set a little pick versus blowing him up, drawing the flag. Does a great job. Number 8, Mason Dragic, right downfield, did a great job of hit buying that defender, getting his quarterback open space.
1 minute to go here in this second quarter. And I'm with you. Boy, a score here would be huge the way these defenses are playing. They're going to keep it on the ground. This time, the slippery Jeremiah Aaron can't get out of trouble. That's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 22-yard line. Flag comes in late. Let's see what that flag's about, Grant. One of those after-the-play flags, and I think this is going to be going against the Titans.
Yeah, Titans looking like they're trying to circle around Jameer Jones, the middle linebacker, the junior. Looks like it might be on him. A little bit of frustration seeping out. He's a junior. He's got a year. But you got to just learn, hey, in these moments, I can't hurt my team right there, and that's going to hurt your team every time. I mean, too, because look where they're at. Second, and I mean, they just had a great tackle for loss. Braylon, number 55, Braylon Harris with a great play on the run, and then just erased by just a bonehead play. And those are coachable. You can coach those guys out of it.
That's a huge, huge penalty, Grant. That's going to move the ball all the way down to the 11-yard line. Dakota has 50.
All right, Rob.
That's a tough penalty, Ryan, because
big time.
I really thought the Dakota guy got in the face of the defender of Stevenson, and the Stevenson guy kind of got up and clapped in his face, and that's what they flagged, where if you're going to flag him, I think you should have flagged both of them and just made it offsetting. But nonetheless, it's a huge play in this game, as you can see him trying to get into the end zone late.
Marine City in center line. We see center line trying to find the end zone here. Celine and Dexter. Let's head there right now.
Shotgun. Looks like maybe he's changing something up. Calls out his instructions. Cherry's off to his right hip. Takes the snap. Oh, with a back shoulder catch in the end zone. Hard. Cruz Hansen. 2 plays. And a touchdown for Celine with the answer. Huber on for the extra point attempt. And it looks like a penalty is flag on the field for the attempt. Offsides on Dexter. That moves the ball half the distance to the goal, so now it looks like Celine may.
Hockey is madness, the speed of that game.
A little bit.
Slocum and Rubick do a great job.
They sure do. Two good dudes as well.
All right. Big number 5, Braden Henson, the tight end.
Henson checking in the backfield. Diving towards the end zone and getting in for the touchdown. What a drive, Grant Perry, by these Cougars.
Heck of a drive. I mean, you talk about you eat up the whole clock, take advantage of the Titans' mistakes, and then you capitalize. I mean, that might be the difference here tonight between these two teams. Who capitalizes and who doesn't? Right there, Dakota, led by their quarterback, Nikos Davis, the captain, finds the end zone behind tight end Braden Henson.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Nikos Davis.
Yeah, watch
with
here.
a touchdown.
All right, Rob, what do you think about this play right here
I got
by
a little push in the
Stevenson?
upper left there a little bit. You're going to see when he gets down by the goal line, a lot of the big fellas turn. And they kind of give him a little something. You see right here,
Yeah.
center helping out. And then
Just
you see
shove him in
4
there.
or 5, the blue wave shows up and pushes him in the end zone. But that is, as Sean Belegian alluded to, that's a big touchdown in a game that's really been nip and tuck to go up 2 scores, 14-0 right before the half. And we're going to get a look here in the bottom left. We got Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Detroit Catholic Central. Now, I don't know if have you keep an eye? I just saw that. I didn't keep an eye. I'm trying to think if they're going in or coming out. But once again, with the dreaded timeout. So Clarkson Everest and versus Allen Park Cabrini, a new one.
Yep,
New one
haven't
we
checked in
been
with
to.
them yet. Allen Park
With the
Cabrini.
ball, I believe.
Yeah, the Monarchs are 3-0 on the year, taking on Clarkston Everest Mountaineers, coming in just 1-2.
Here's the problem: both teams are blue and gold.
You're right.
That's their colors.
Great run here. That's the quarterback for Everest. That's
Yes.
Dominic Walker. And a good pickup. Getting his team in position. 14-0, as we said, Dakota. Less than 30 seconds to play in the first half.
I got to believe they're gonna. Coach Newcomb's gonna be conservative here, deep in his own end, 14-0. Upper left, Stevenson, Dakota. He'll just take it, probably hand the ball off because you'd hate to make an offensive mistake and really almost put yourself, in such a deep hole out of the game if you give up a score to your opponent in this situation. You're down 2 possessions, you're okay. You're gonna regroup at halftime, try to right the ship a little bit.
We've got another time out there in DCC. Orchard Lake St. Mary's 29-0, if you can believe that. Orchard Lake St. Mary's is on the porch. They're facing 2nd and 7. But man, after the can that Orchard Lake opened up last week, look at this,
Do we just give
DCC.
DCC the trophy now? I mean, Orchard Lake St. Mary's pummeled
Pummeled.
De La Salle. Pummeled.
49-10.
They're just manhandling the Eaglets right now. Wow.
29
This is
to
a
nothing.
shocker.
The
And
Eaglets
this
have to
is
find the
turn
end
heads,
zone.
Ryan.
We are nearing the half in our game of the week, Stevenson and Dakota. 14-0 Dakota. Stevenson going to try to strike before they head to the locker room, but that's not going to happen. That clock is moving. And Clarkston Everest, as we told you, they're looking to get into the end zone. But no, sir. How about that tackle down there by Big 5'5"?
Doing a good job of his linebacker position. You got penetration, wrapped him up, threw him down. Now Orchard Lake, right now, they are in the red zone in the bottom left against the blue of Detroit Catholic Central. This would help a little bit, but man, they've dug themselves such a big hole.
Absolutely. Huge hole. Celine as well. We didn't check in there after the extra point. Dexter with a 1-point lead. Extra point was no good. So it's 20-19 in that game. Got another stoppage of play in Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Fraser and Port Huron. 14-0 in that one. And it's 4th and goal in that one. And it looks like they are going to kick the field goal with 3.7 seconds on the clock. Pass incomplete
The
there.
kick is on the way, and it is straight through. And the Red Hawks.
Well, Port Huron avoiding the goose egg at halftime. Little chip shot field goal. Go down 14-3. Clarkson Everest gets the ball turned over and downs here. And Cabrini's going to take over. And Orchard Lake, we're going to resume on the bottom left. Let's see to get this game going. Man, there's been a lot of stops.
A lot of stoppage in play here.
Because this is still the first half, right?
This is still the first half, and this is the same drive they've been on since we went to this game. Let's see if Orchard Lake St. Mary's can find the end zone. Jabin Gonzalez has a man out there, and we've got a flag.
That's some tight coverage, boy. That's, if I'm a coach, I like that. You're going to pass interference call on that, and the guy's running a little quick outside stop just inside the goal line, and you're right there with him. You're that sticky. I can live with a pass interference call.
Yeah, that was
Because
Gideon Gash out there.
You are competing.
Gash could not believe it. A couple of great prospects going at it there on that play. Chad Willis, the 4-star receiver, was right there at the pylon. He was trying to bring it in, but he does get the flag, so it's a new set of downs coming up. $13-0 now. Cass Tech with the lead over crosstown rival Detroit King. That game being played, as you can see, at Wayne State. It is King in the black uniforms, Cass Tech in the white. Here we go full on Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Nothing doing on that one.
It's going to bring up a 4th and short. I don't know if there was offsetting penalties on that one. I thought it was, as you said, it was going to be automatic first down, but it's going to set up a 4th down and 1.
There you can see it.
17 seconds remaining in the first half. I mean, you got to go for. I mean, you're down 29-0. You got to try to get, and not only score, probably go for 2 and try to get 2 more, and make it a 3-possession game.
Yeah, 3 isn't going to do much for you when you're down 29-0.
Man, it seems like we've gone to this game quite a bit. I just haven't seen all the scoring that the Shamrocks from DCC. 29 points in the first half. That's scary. This team right now, because you watch them defensively, Ryan, they're very good. They go side to side. They're big up front. And they know they're going to be coached well. Justin Sasanti does a nice job for it. Another Laker.
Yes, sir.
Another Grant. We got 2 Lakers here. Another
We're taking
Laker.
over the
Graham
world,
Mountain.
Rob.
It's an infestation of Lakers. But
That sounds bad.
that's good.
We'll take it, though.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We will take it. Another stoppage in play in that game, Rob, as they call the timeout on 4th down. Detroit Country Day and Divine Child. This one, all Divine Child. And how about the top right, Dexter and Celine? Looking to make things happen again. Left side, up top. And on the bottom, we have the 4th down play.
Yeah, they're fighting the clock here. Dexter is. On the right is Dexter fighting the clock. Little flood pass to the fullback in the flat. Love it.
Oh, great
You go
tackle.
deep. You go deep with the wide out. You drag the tight end the next tier, and then you bring the back in the flat after he fakes the block. It's bread and butter play. I love the flood pass. Got an injured Hornet.
And that was a heck of a
Celine,
tackle.
looks like he's down.
Upended. So
Orchard
here,
Lake got the touchdown. I missed that. I was watching the other one. I got to believe they scored, and they're going for the 1-point conversion to make it 29-7.
much needed score with only seconds left before the break. Kick is up, kick is through. So we got a man down still. Okay, they got him up. Here we go, Celine and Dexter. As you take a look at the Orchard Lake score, 29-7, 17 seconds to go. Let's go out to Dexter and Celine, and let's head out there right now.
11. Arnett takes the snap, throws to the back shoulder, and number 12, Holden Niemi, with the touchdown catch. with 8.9 seconds to go. And Dexter takes the ball 80 yards at the end of the first half.
Rob, you were impressed with that one.
Yeah, that wideout, it must be a tight end they flex, because it looked like Tony Scheffler getting out there. The former Chelsea Bulldog, former Detroit Lion. I mean, that kid looked about 6'5", about 230, and they just threw a little fade stop to him. And that poor DB's like 5'9".
Well, and how about the catch, too? Turn it,
yeah,
grab it.
He just posted him up.
Yeah.
Just like I would do to you on the basketball floor, Ryan Slocum.
That's probably
He just
true.
Posted him up, easy pitch and catch. This has turned into a great game. I mean, Dexter jumped out early, and we're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, the Dreadnoughts. I'm thinking Celine is supposed to have this team. The Hornets are supposed to be really good. The Carr kid is quarterback. But they proved that they're worthy. They've come back, and then Celine just answered their last touchdown by scoring right before the half to make it a 27-19.
Absolutely, 27-19, because that extra point was no good by Celine as they were looking to tie it up at 20. You know, Dexter did. Celine lost this game last year. They're looking to make it 2 in a row. Is Dexter. We haven't checked in with Bloomfield Hills and North Farmington in a little bit. That clock is ticking down. Well, it's North Farmington going to work, 28-7.
You know, Dexter really got put on the map a few years ago. Their great running back, Cole Cabana, who went to Michigan and then didn't work out there. Now he's at Western Michigan, so I'll get to see him against Eastern.
Oh, yeah.
Great, because I call Eastern Michigan games. But Phil Jacobs did a nice job with that program and really made them another team in the Washtenaw County area that's really solid. And Celine, we know Kyle Short, who replaced Joe Polka after years, really did a nice job.
We've got a touchdown top right-hand side of your screen. That is North Farmington again, adding to their lead after falling way behind last week. Now they're the ones stomping in the first half. 34-7 now with under 30 seconds to go. Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Detroit Catholic Central have reached the half. A much-needed touchdown for the Eaglets. They are still down 29-7 though, as that clock for halftime begins at the 15-minute mark. And then Cass and King as well.
You know what I'm learning about high school football? You don't realize you have all these games going at the same time. There's a lot of games that by halftime get lopsided quickly. I mean, the one that surprised me the most that we've seen is the Country Day game. I really thought that it would be more competitive with Divine Child, because Divine Child has not been, reaping the benefits of success here over the past few years. But this year they seem like they're legit.
Absolutely, they are, and they've got the. I think last week I forget what it was, but this week it's Name That Vidi. They got the entire Vidi family on that team, and we've mentioned Marcelo a couple of times, but they got Giancarlo on the team. They've got Antonio on the team, and their numbers 1, 2, and 3. So they're not hard to mix up there, but they are doing an excellent job, and again, well on their way to a 4-0 campaign.
We got Cass Tech and Martin Luther King on the left box here. Bloomfield Hills and North Farmington are going to half.
Cass and King here. Our number 1 team in the state. Our number 1 team in the state taking on our 9th ranked team. And we told you we have reporters all around Metro Detroit, and we are going to reach out to them here as we head to the half.
We're going to make them work a little bit. Maybe we can stop by 3 of the venues and get a hit what their thoughts of the first half, because we kind of go in and out. Sometimes we miss the real flow of the game, and we can go on site and.
Big play here for King. How about that throw over the middle? And there it is. You know who that is. That's a touchdown. Yeah, that is. That's your guy. Arguably the best player in the state.
When he was a true freshman, I thought as a true freshman he might have been the best player in the state of Michigan.
Wow.
John Kidd and I were talking a little bit, and he was just saying that he didn't think he's improved that much. I think, man, I think he's a Power 5 kid or Power 4 kid all day.
I don't know if we'll get a replay of that, but that was an incredible pitch and catch over the middle, and Sadler did the rest.
If people ask me what position does he play,
all of them.
That makes it 19-0 before the extra point. And I say he plays whatever position he wants to, with the exception of offensive or defensive line.
And Rob, as we told you, now you see us there in the quad box. Thanks for staying with us. Rob Rubick, Ryan Slocum. We are going to go out to our reporters as well. We have Lauren Plant at the Orchard Lake St. Mary's Detroit Catholic Central game. We're going to check in with Lauren here in 1 second. Lauren, man, what a shocker. We did not see this coming. CC opening up a can. They went up 29-0, Lauren.
Well, hey, everybody, welcome to Wixom, Michigan. We are high atop the Elm Stadium here, and this is a game we did not expect, or at least so far. Detroit Catholic Central leading this one 29-7 at the half, and it has been quite a half. One that, again, like I said, we did not expect. But this has been an outstanding game. It's a packed house here at the stadium. The weather's absolutely beautiful. But Orchard Lake has not had a lot to cheer about. They did get into the end zone right at the end of the half, and I just mean in the final seconds. It was Daniel Taylor with a short touchdown run to get some points on the board at least. But, again, this has been a Shamrock ride so far. So in the early going, kickoff was fumbled by Orchard Lake. It was picked up by and recovered around the 20-yard line by CC. Samson Gash had a 13-yard touchdown. That was about 10:44 left. There was a penalty on the attempted kick by Orchard Lake, which put them very close. So they went for two, and they got it 8-0. Then later in the half, long pass play to Cameron Swearigan. It was about 40 yards at put CC in position to score again. Duke Banta then with a 37-yard touchdown pass to Gideon Gash. That was the first play of the second quarter, and they went up 15-0. And then just a little bit later, it was Peyton Sofferin. So Dave Sofferin's son was a halfback option play, and he threw a touchdown pass to Samson Gash, and that was it. And then also a pick six by Josh Antiamo for 56 yards. Again, CC rolling in this one. We've got about 10 minutes to go before we pick up action in the second half, but it is all Shamrocks, 29-7. I'm going to send it back to you guys.
That we also have a reporter at the Dearborn Divine Child Detroit Country Day game. Alex Johnson is there. And Alex, this is another game that got lopsided real quick.
Hey guys, Alex Johnson at the Detroit Country Day versus Divine Child game, and it's been all Divine Child in this one as the Falcons have soared out from a 28-point lead thanks to the offensive defense running on all cylinders. In the first, Drew Sheridan threw a 70-yard touchdown catch to Rayshawn Thomas, and that was followed up with a solid pick six from Michael DeSalvo. In the second, Giancarlo Guidi snagged the Falcons' second interception, which led to a TD from Antonio Solares VD from Sheridan, which is then immediately followed up with a diving toe tap catch in the back of the end zone for Sheridan's third touchdown throw of the night. And it's definitely been a great game for the Falcons. We'll see what Country Day can do in the second half, see if they can turn this around. So we'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, appreciate it, Alex. One more for you, the Cass King matchup. Another one, Rob,
Okay,
we thought he
what
was
part
coming
of-
down.
I was going to take that out of the break from Alex. Did you not understand?
I got sidetracked.
You got sidetracked. But Alex, I wanted to comment. Alex, he started out, young reporter. He said the Divine Child Falcons have soared to a 20-0 lead. I'm like, way to work that in. That's nice. That's good stuff.
Play on words, man. You got to love it. Man, Cass King, our other big game. Kadarius Flowers is at that game for us. Kadarius, what's happening? It's pretty much all Cass right now. Big score at the end.
I'm Kadarius Flowers, and I'm here at the Cass Tech versus King game where Cass is currently up 20-0 with just 14 seconds here remaining with King having the ball. And to talk about Cass Tech, Corey Sadler has just came out performance. 3 offensive touchdowns here in the first half, 1 from punt return, 2 in receiving, and really that's been all of what it's been from an offensive perspective. Other than that, it's really been a small gain on both sides where it comes. Defense has really stood tall in this game outside of the plays going to Corey Sattler. And other than that, King just needs to come back out. They need to be able to put together a successful drive. They hit the red zone twice but couldn't cash in. And that's all from here. 20-0 going into the half. Cass Tech up. Back to you in the studio.
Rob, we talked about it right when he scored that touchdown. Corey Sadler, we've been mentioning him all year and all night tonight. Man, incredible there to put him up 20-0.
He's so versatile. He can play quarterback. He's probably the best quarterback they have, but you like to get him as running back, as a wide receiver, slot. Bill Belichick is going to be his coach. He's going to North Carolina. He committed to UNC.
He sure did.
Wow. I like to be at that first meeting.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he is getting a treat there. You can put him anywhere on the field. He's incredible. Here we are. We've got a couple of second halves going already. Already 5 minutes into the third. Beale City, they're up 21-0. And we've got a couple of the big plays that have happened so far. As we said, there are some action going on. Let's take a look at some of the scores, though, from the first half of some of these games.
Smith.
Let's start.
Takes the snap, pitches it out to Zucker. Zucker will be handoff once again to Bukovich. He's got running room and he breaks free and he will be in for an Aggies touchdown. Maloney looks to pass once again. He'll throw and it will be picked by
number 11.
Tyler drops back to pass.
Oh, it'll be a complete
touchdown
pass.
for Beale City.
Connor will be kicking here.
Kick is up and away, and it will be good. With 1 minute and 57 seconds left.
All right, Rob, good to hear from the Aggies up there, taking on McBain. Rambler TV Network, appreciate you guys.
I'm telling you what, I'm voting right now. Best uniforms of the night, Centerline. These
Pretty good, aren't they?
But these are unbelievable.
Love the helmet, too, a little shine on there.
You call them the moving traffic cones.
Yeah, they kind of look like a little traffic conish, but hey, man, it works.
A few of those guys look like two traffic cones. They got some big fellas up front.
They sure do.
Yes, Centerline, the Mariners of Marine City in the white really controlled the entire first half. Centerline coming out here, putting a nice drive together in the second half. Get some points on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. Centerline coming in undefeated. Knocked off Henry Ford in the opener, then Clausen. And then last week, 54-0 over Sterling Heights. Here they are trying to find the end zone one more time. Quarterback Malik Evans, or I should say Corday White, and then he pitches it. Nice reach there. Masai Ali reaching across the goal line. Is he in there? He's down though.
It looks like right now there's 20. That's the first score. I think it's going to make an extra point. Right now it's 22-6. The Mariners of Marine City. Centerline scored a touchdown. I don't know if they're taking a timeout. They might go for two here.
Masai coming to the sideline. He has an injury that you don't like to have. As he comes over, 22-6 now, after he reached across the goal line there to get the tutty.
It's at Marine City. I watched them in the 90s. They had some really good teams. They used to call peekaboo, where they ran like the wing tee, and all the guys, the state of Michigan actually changed the rules. They all wore like dark brown forearm pads,
yes.
and they all come swinging their arms when they came through the line. You didn't know who had the football, and since that time, you could no longer wear colored shoulder pads. And nice play on the right. They go for two. He did not get in.
He did not get in. Knocked out just before the pylon. So it'll remain 22-6.
It looks like his body hit the pylon, but the ball, he was spun backwards, So the ball was not in, even though his leg hit the pylon, does not mean you're in the end zone. The ball has to cross the line. So good job by the official right on the spot. And that's a great time for me to make my PSA for, if you're out there watching this, you enjoy high school football, hey, become a high school official.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
The MHSA would appreciate it, so would I. I love watching high school football. We need young people to get into the officiating ranks. So please, please, check in with the MHSA, get the information you need, get the test, get ready,
Yep.
and be part of the action.
You can go right on the website and you can fill out an application. We're getting an onside kick here in Fraser Port Huron. That's on your top right. You know, Rob, you mentioned the hiding the football. Imagine trying to shoot the game, as I've had to do in the past, when you got 22 dudes in front of you and you're looking through a little end, you know, little lens. Man, it is tough.
You needed to know me. I could teach you how to follow the ball.
You
I could be
could.
the broadcaster. I broadcast that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you follow the guards, Ryan, you follow the guards, they will take you to the ball. They pull. They pull, and all those teams, that type of wing T people, the guards are always pulling. Don't look what the quarterback's doing. Don't try to find the ball. Follow the guards.
Follow the guard. PSA for you folks sitting at home.
Yeah.
Watch those guards.
If anyone's running wing T right now, you follow the guards. A lot of these teams run counter and power now. Same type of thing. Follow the guard and tackle. They'll take you to the play side.
We had Granville a couple of weeks ago. Full house.
Bottom left. Sorry, I'm watching. Great.
Did you see
They
that?
tried to run a wheel route. Divine Child and Country Day with a great pick, undercuts the wheel. The safety comes across, intercepts it, and hey, that might be the shot in the arm that Country Day, the Yellow Jackets, have been struggling against this Falcon team here of Divine Child.
Absolutely. They needed something. Now they have it. They're going to have the ball deep in enemy territory here. Looks at the 30-yard line. Go back out to the 4 box. Dakota and Stevenson, our game of the week. Sean Belize and Grant Perry. We'll check in with them soon. Dakota with a 14-0 lead in a battle of unbeatens. Harper Woods and Stony Creek, they are on your top right. Harper Woods looking to move to 4-0 in that game. That is Harper Woods in the white, Stony Creek at home in the blue. Divine Child, there you see it, 28-0. Country Day is down, looking to make something happen, break into that lead, get on the board for the first time.
Nice hard cadence by Cabrini, getting the Clarkson Everest to jump in the upper left. Score the Harper Woods at Stony Creek, just starting the third quarter, 14-7 still. Harper Woods, the visiting team.
And you mentioned
Bottom
it.
right, Dakota, 14-0, and Divine Child, Country Day trying to get it in the end zone. But the upper left is when I was talking about. Clarkson Everest has been in control of this game, but Cabrini of Ellen Park has put a nice drive together.
Yep, that's them there in the dark uniforms. Clarkson Everest in the white. And we saw the score there, Stony Creek and Harper Woods, 14-7 Harper Woods. And we saw just before the break, Stony looking to tie it up, interception in the end zone. And that's why Harper Woods still has a 7-point lead in that one. Here comes Country Day now after the turnover. They're in business. Good look at Dakota down there on the sideline. Elijah Goings had a good look at him there as we take a look at their schedule coming up. Now into our double box. Clarkston Everest and Cabrini. Cabrini with the ball on the right side of your screen. How about that play on the left where he's out of bounds? The deflection off one receiver into the other receiver's hands, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah. What's funny is that if you were watching the Country Day, the powder blue there on the left, the previous play was almost identical, except it wasn't out of bounds, but it went through the one guy's hands to the guy behind him. So that's 2 in a row. That tells me that your spacing in your pass routes is not good. You can't have guys that close where it's going through one guy's hand, the guy 5 yards behind.
He's
him
right
catches
there.
You need better spacing, yeah.
Let's see if Country Day confined to the end zone as we go back to the 4 box. And look at the big pile up on the top right. They're just pushing for every yard they can get. Harper Woods making things happen out there. As we are in the third, 5 minutes in. And we've got a touchdown in your top right. Clarkston, Everest, and Cabrini. Top left, I should say. But Clarkston, Everest, and Cabrini. We've got a touchdown. That's Jace Centner. The 6'2 senior brings it in. Stevenson and Dakota, Rob. We're going to head there as they are fired up, the Cougars. Let's head to Sean Belizean right now.
We've been calling his name. He's been making some impressive tackles on the perimeter. How about collecting a turnover for your defense here? Watch this. I believe this ball was tipped. Davion Reese is going to drop back. He's going to throw a little off-balance throw, and that ball gets tipped. And it's not only a tip, it's a tip pick by the same player, Dominic Van Fleet, number 6. And then look at the captain trying to get to that end zone. Good tackle by the quarterback, saving the touchdown, but not before a huge turnover by that Cougars defense.
Well, now it's the Cougars with great field position. Direct snap, maybe to the 4-yard line. I think I saw that was where the official marked it, at the 4-yard line. That's Davis on the carry. He's already got a touchdown here.
Well, you know, it's interesting how football is. You look at this Stevenson-Dakota game, it's 14-0 Dakota. They're going in right now trying to make it 21-0. Think, oh, they really handled Stevenson. Well, they just had a deflection on interception, returned to the 6, and they had a blocked field goal for a touchdown. So that's basically going to be, of your 21 points, that's 14 of them right there. So scores can be misleading sometimes. I don't know how the game actually unfolded.
Around the edge now, inside the 5-yard line. We've seen the quarterback take it a couple of times, Nikos Davis. He does it again there. Center line still 22-6. Marine City on top. Stevenson looking for a big-time stop. They haven't been able to stop that guy yet today. It's the senior QB, Nikos Davis. As we go now to our 4 box. And we got a whole lot of orange up top there, Rob.
You should put center line up there. I tell you, I like them though. It reminds me, I don't know if you've ever seen the Florida A&M. They're the Rattlers.
Yeah.
Florida A&M. They're kind of like, they're like the Miami, the U, except on steroids, the colors. They're like, you take the U's uniform and just make them way brighter. And there we go. We got Port Huron.
We might
take him to the house. I don't think 55's getting him. He was lumbering. He was tired when he went 5 yards. But yeah, Port Huron really starting out here in the second half with a big play.
Yeah, way to start that half for them. Big time touchdown. More than 50 yards on that one. And now it's Dakota. They got there. Let's take a look at it at the replay. 21-0 now in the battle of unbeatens in the MAC Red.
What a nice job inside, creating a seam. Quarterback reads it, takes it, tucks it.
Another touchdown for Nikos Davis. Fakes the sweep, takes it up and in. 21-0 early on in the third. Port Huron, they've opened up a 24-0 lead in this one.
Red Hawks. Hey, Port Huron's been represented well, huh? We had Northern on for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The Huskies, and now we got the Red Hawks of Port Huron.
Glad to have them, and they're putting on a show for everybody here on Local 4 Plus and the State Champs Sports Network. 24-0 against Fraser. Stevenson in Dakota. We just showed you what happened there. 21-0 Dakota. Country Day and Divine Child. We're about to look at that scoreboard. And it is still 28-0. And there we got a break. Marine City to the house. Marine City punching right back at them, Rob. After giving up the tutty, they come back with 6 of their own.
Yeah, on the bottom left, the Country Day game once again has befuddled me. It's 28-0 Divine Child, and I knew Divine Child could put some points on the board, but this defense of theirs has shown that they can play side to side, very, very speedy. As we see, trying to run a swing pass, they do get a few yards, about 3-4 yards on it, but they really, linebackers run, the safeties do a nice job, and this is a pretty complete football team. Now, they're in the smaller of the two Catholic, I think there's 2 Catholic League divisions.
You're right.
I believe they're in the smaller one of the 2. I may have misspoken, not sure.
Dexter and Saline second half has started up. It's Dexter with the 27-19 lead.
Dexter's been rolling the entire game. Offensively, they've been doing a nice job. But Saline has finally got their offense going here. So the last 3 possessions, they put points on the board.
Jerry in the flat, who catches it, gets down to the 15, to the 10, cuts back, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. There's the explosive play that Coach Short was looking for. A good answer for Saline. They march down the field, and that brings the score to 27 Dexter, Saline 25, with an extra point pending.
All right, Rob, 27-25 after that touchdown. Do you go for 2 now? Do you try to tie it?
You're in the second half, halfway through the third quarter, pushing that. I start going for 2 here. But Saline has found their rhythm. I was talking right before that play is that the last 3 possessions, they've scored points. So they got it going on. Now it's up to Dexter to maintain their serve and put points on the board when they get the ball back here. I think we're going to be following this one to the very end. This to me right now seems to be the marquee game left going on.
No question, the 2-pointer is good. We are tied at 27, 9:43 to play in the third. Clarkston, Everest, and Cabrini. How about that one?
It was 7th inning, 6-3. 6-3 Cabrini.
And we got a 4th down coming up here, 4th and 7. Six to 3 in this one, and of course, we get a timeout on 4th down. We'll head back there as soon as they get back to action. Stevenson looking to mount a comeback here, down 21-0 on the bottom right side of your screen.
And we talked about our 5 marquee games. Detroit Catholic Central, Orchard Lake St. Mary's, one-sided, DCC, rolling. We thought the Divine Child Country Day game, one-sided, Divine Child. And then we thought the Stevenson Dakota, which has been competitive. The score doesn't quite reflect. This game has been really close. It's been really hard fought. But Dakota's got the breaks, made the turnovers, and has a 21-0 lead. And what were our other? Oh, then we got Cass Tech and the King. That one's still pending. And I think that's
20-0 at the half. Yep. Cass
20-0 at half. See, that's.
As we take a look at it now.
And then what's the other? The Dexter. And now all of them, the Dexter Saline game, which started out of the hole like it was going to be the biggest blowout, is now very close. It's a 2, or did they
tied it up?
Yeah,
27.
they tied it on the 2-point conversion, make it 27-all, as your upper right-hand screen shows. And Cabrini on the upper left with a big play.
Yeah, Cabrini takes it in for the touchdown. Evan Bergdahl, the QB, making it happen for Cabrini. The Monarchs coming in 3-0. They've lost 5 straight in this matchup against Clarkson Everest. 0-7 all time. They played the last 5 years. And so Cabrini looking to turn things around. You see it there, 7:57. They've got a 12, now a 13-3 lead. Detroit Country Day, Dearborn Divine Child now as we switch. Dexter and Saline tied up, and once again, Stevenson and Dakota. 21-0 all Dakota so far.
Well, Ryan, after the last score by Saline, we talked about Dexter having to hold serve. And they're looking at a big third down play coming up. I believe it's third down and 4. Upper right-hand screen. I can draw your attention there a little bit. We got Dexter on a third down and 4 because Saline has really been effective offensively the last few drives.
Here we go. Take it full. Look at that defense.
Whoa.
No chance whatsoever, although we do have a flag in there.
We're going to get a face mask. Now, is a face mask a spot foul in high school? We wish we had Gene Terrace or whatever his name was, the NFL has. We could ask him, because it's a spot foul. It's not an automatic first down. There's very few automatic first downs in high school any longer.
Cooper Arndt, the quarterback there, number 4 for Dexter, dancing for his life. May have gotten bailed out, though.
Hey, hats off to the Saline Hornets defensive front. They just kept coming wave after wave, and it is a face mask.
Port Huron, loving life once again up there, top left. They've got a big lead over Fraser.
See, that was a spot foul because it was 3rd and 4. Now they got about 2 yards past the first down markers. They marked it from where the face mask occurred in the backfield.
And he was backing up.
So it happened about 10 yards deep, but still enough to get him a first down.
And that pass there by Arndt knocked down at the line. Harper Woods, Stony Creek. Each team has scored once more. It's Harper Woods on top at Stony, 20-14. So here comes Dexter again. 2nd down now. Got 3 receivers at the bottom.
Hey Ryan, just a quick shout out. How about our boss Lou hooked us up with national conies today?
Not
I
bad,
haven't had a
huh?
coney so long. Oh my Lord, they were good.
Yeah.
Did you get your 4 like we all did, or
No, I had 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I had 5.
So make sure they were good.
Yeah, I took John Kidd's other one. Yeah,
He wasn't looking. I told Lou you set the bar pretty high for our first meal here at Friday night on the Score.
Yeah, not bad at all. Appreciate that, Lou. Appreciate it. National Coney Island. How about that pass? Frazier, quarterback, found his man on the run. He got nailed, and it goes through the receiver's hands.
What a nice job, though. He looked like a little bit of Josh Allen there.
Yeah.
You know when the game is slow to a quarterback, when they go outside the pocket, it looks like they're jogging, and then they just flick the ball to someone. They're seeing everything, and that's what that play looked like for Frazier there.
We got Cass and King, and how about that?
Oh, you're kidding me.
And it is your man again.
I'm telling you, John Kidd. I'm telling you, John Kidd doesn't know a lot. He told me, I said, Corey Sadler's the best player in the state of Michigan, right there. You can give him the award right now. He is going to be a freak in college. All Corey didn't do was get a growth spurt after his freshman year because he stayed about he's a little bit thicker, but he is a football player. He can play any position outside the bigs in the interior line. He just gets it.
Yeah, incredible play there for another touchdown. And you mentioned Sadler, 5'11", 186. But you know Belichick's going to find something to do with him. You know
you can play slot, you can be running back, you can do whatever you want. You can bring him in and run wildcat with quarterback too.
Yep. In which he does do here for the technicians. Stevenson getting on the board for the first time, Rob. Your top left.
Bottom right, we got red zone. We got Harper Woods in the red zone against Stony Creek. The bottom right-hand corner. This is This is a pretty close game. Last I checked, it was 14-7 Harper Woods in white. That's a nice job by our camera person, 20-14. So they both have put another score on the board with 4:47 in the third.
So this is big. Down. We've got the replay of the touchdown from Stevenson right here. Let's take a look at it.
Little man coverage, get behind him. Good job.
Yeah, great play there. Got behind the man. That's John Taylor, the junior, getting Stevenson on the board for the first time. The Titans trying to mount a comeback here. They've got time, 4 minutes and some change to play in the third.
We got up at the upper right, Dexter, Celine. Dexter trying to, like I said, hold serve. Celine really defensive, getting a lot of pressure. I tell you what, that quarterback, I hope that's what we see Monday night against Baltimore with Lamar. Lamar Jackson, that's what he looked like on that one. That looked like the play we saw where he got sacked in the face mask where he kept going back. Yeah. That time he was able to elude him, get outside the pocket, and make positive yards.
And we have, I believe, is that a turnover in Cass King? Because Cass just scored, and they have the ball back. Did they call that back? Okay, they're calling that back.
Oh, the Corey Sadler touchdown got called back. Oh, and all those accolades I gave to him.
Well, he'll just have to do it again, Rob.
It wasn't on him, though, so it wasn't his fault. The bottom right, though, Harper Woods, I think maybe we can look to maybe go that game a little bit, maybe get that on the big screen. Harper Woods, this is big now. They're up 6 points against Stony Creek. Let's see if they get it in the end zone here.
Dakota Durant, direct snap, and he's knocked down.
So this is a great job, the camera person, too. Give them a raise. Zooming on that, because a lot of these games we have a camera, but we don't have. I'm going to teach them how to work the focus button.
There we go.
20-14, 4-17. 4th down and 3.
Fourth down and 3. Let's see what they can do. They just ran that Wildcat.
4th and 4. Yeah, here we go. Now, you could take the 3 or attempt the field goal. There's a timeout. Because, Ryan, you think about it, if they take the field goal, that makes it a 9-point, that's a 2-possession game then.
It'll take a touchdown and field goal to beat you if that's the case. Timeout there, so we go back to the 4 box.
Yeah.
Clarkston Everest just jumped to the top left. Dexter and Celine, after scoring and scoring and scoring, it's still 27-27 in that game.
Is it me or is that Frazier, that Port Huron field just looked like you could get tackled on it, it would still be soft.
It looks a little brighter than every other field, doesn't it?
Yeah. I wish my yard looked that good.
Oh, man. That'd be something.
Here's one. We still got a competitive game. Cabrini up upper left, the score 13-3 over Everest.
But 4th and long. Ball at the 50.
If you're Clarkson Everest, shouldn't you be the mountains? Mount Everest?
The Mount Everest?
Come on.
Yeah, that would kind of work, wouldn't it?
Should be. That's easy. That's a layup nickname. Uh-oh, did Dexter just turn the ball over?
Let's see in here.
Yeah,
let's go to him.
The ball. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, let's go to him, Rob. Let's go to the NFHS network.
Celine comes to the line of scrimmage. Cherry is still the running back. Comes up to Carr's right hip. Now he moves to his left hip. Carr takes the snap. Quick drop. Quick throw. Catch made.
All right, Rob, that is Celine with the ball, tied at 27. They've got it near midfield. Still waiting for Harper Woods and Stony Creek here as we see Stony running out onto the field. Port Huron, they're up 24-0 over Frazier. And Cabrini has the ball back.
But this is the one right here. Very good. Harper Woods, Stony Creek. This is a 4th down and 4th and 4, I believe, from the 4 for Harper Woods.
They've got to find the end zone. Nate Roshlow is in there at QB. And he's going to throw it, Rob. No, he's not. Keeps it himself. Nowhere to go.
Wow, great job that time in pursuit. Stony Creek just bringing numbers, pursuing to the football, swarming and not allowing the quarterback anywhere to go, and a big stop.
Yeah, and it looked like Roshlow had a little hole there. He did not. It closed quick. This is Dearborn Divine Child one more time, taking on Detroit Country Day. Divine Child now inside the 10. Celine just picked up a big chunk of yards.
Well, this game's still early. A lot of time left in this Dexter game. I mean, a lot of scoring. Very entertaining football game. Still 4:44 and counting here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and let's go back to them in the red zone.
Carr and Harris in the backfield. A back shoulder pass. Touchdown, Celine. Carr to Keys. A back shoulder throw to the front of the end zone. Keys comes down with it. And Celine takes their first lead of the game, 33-27, with the extra point pending.
You know, Celine really has come back. They were down a couple scores at one time. Now they're going to go up a score. I always think they're cheating, though. Celine, the Hornets. I told Joe Polka, former Eastern Michigan Eagle, or Huron, actually, Joe was, back in the day. All the coaches at Michigan, all the coaches at Eastern, all these coaches that are football people, guess where their kids go to high school?
That'd be Celine.
Yeah, they don't go to Pioneer. They don't go to Huron and Ann Arbor. They don't go to Ypsi. They go to Celine. Come on, you're stealing all those well-coached kids.
Well, and you're seeing it. Division I talent. They talked about Tommy Carr going to Miami of Ohio, threw it to Lincoln Keys. He's a Georgia recruit.
Ooh,
so, he's pretty good.
He's going to be a tight, probably, right?
Yep.
He's going to be a tight end.
Yep.
He looks like a big body. Oh, yeah. Lloyd Carr and his grandkids go to Celine. I mean, yeah, they're not hurting for talent or numbers in Celine each year.
No
Stevenson
question.
in the bottom left with a nice screen. They're going to get in the end zone.
And they did.
I'm glad, because that score was not indicative of what we've watched in this game. This has been a very, very competitive, tight game. And now with that touchdown, Stevenson's an extra point away from being down 7.
Michael Jones Jr. Let's take another look at it here, Rob. What do you see?
Well, they just get him out of the backfield. It's a little bit of a screen, a middle screen. A good job on the offensive line. He's got bodies in front of him. Look at, great job, helmet on helmet. 3 guys, 3 linemen, all with a helmet on a helmet. That's why plays work. It's not hard as a coach. When guys do what you want them to do and are able to do that, plays succeed.
Well, and it's a great call by you, because you said it when it was 21-0. Even before it became 21-0, you're like, this really came down to 2 big plays.
Yes.
The turnover and the blocked punt.
Yes.
It really could be a 7-0 game. Stevenson's right there. Now they are, with plenty of time.
And I'm glad, because we got 2 guys of our own calling that game, and Shawnee Belegian and Grant Perry are going to be pumped right now. As a broadcaster, the worst thing you want to do is see a lopsided game. It makes your job tough. It makes it tough to watch. Well, not right now. They got maybe the best game on the board, and right now Stevenson. I'm not a big momentum guy. I don't believe in momentum. I believe in guys making plays, and right now Stevenson's making the plays. People call it momentum. I call it guys making plays, and they're doing a good job.
Well, and how about you mentioned Celine, and we mentioned some of their names as we.
Yeah.
They were down 13-0 right out of the gate in this game, and now they've taken the lead.
And did they just throw a pick? I'm not sure if that was a highlight or if that was live action.
And we do have a man down in that game as we take it full here. So we'll have a break in the action.
Look at that. Look at 50. That's a big body kid now.
Bottom right, North Farmington with a big lead over Bloomfield Hills, looking to add to it.
Fighting Matt Shepard. 3 weeks in a row we've had him on. Our producer Alan just said in my ear it's in his contract.
Man. He doesn't even have to be here, and it's in his
No,
contract.
well,
Man, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I miss my partner. Every Friday I do a morning show on his X's and Bros.
Yeah.
Shep, we talk about 15 minutes of Lions, and hey, our first look back at CC. Last time we left, it was turning into a rout.
Yeah.
Over Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Yeah, at the half, our Lauren Plant's out there, and he told us it was 29-0 before the Eaglets finally found the end zone right before the break. 29-7. All CC, and this comes after Orchard Lake St. Mary's absolutely put the clamps on Warren De La Salle last week.
I'm telling you, Chris Creighton, head coach of Eastern Michigan, has told me this so many times. He said, it's harder to get your team to play well after a big win than a big loss. After a big loss, he said, they will get ready. You can bring them back. You got something to motivate them. But he said, sometimes on a big win, you get that celebration hangover.
Big head.
And maybe that's Orchard Lake. I mean, after that win over De La Salle last week, they start feeling, hey, we are what we thought we were, but you know what? You got to prove what you are every week. That's the beautiful thing about football.
Cass and King taking a look at the scoreboard there. The big battle of Detroit. They're holding this one at Adams Field there at Wayne State. Our number one team in our state champs rankings, Cass Tech, taking it to the Crusaders right now. King won that game last year, but then lost the PSL championship, I should say, at Ford Field later on in the year. And then Cass Tech went on to win the D1 state title.
I was watching the upper left, Drew Banta, the quarterback. His dad, Bradford Banta, played many years in the NFL. And he obviously watches Sunday football in the NFL because he scrambled. He got outside the pocket, he turned up, he saw 3 white jerseys. Guess what he did? He went baseball, he slid. Smart young man, yeah.
Smart for sure.
All right, let's see what, on the bottom left.
In trouble again,
Yeah.
Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter's in trouble again because of another interception. But the bottom left is Dakota and Stevenson. I'm just kind of curious now. We watched Stevenson on offense be pretty productive last couple of series. Maybe we can check in with our boys again. I hate to keep making Sean work too much, but him and Grant Perry, this is a big drive now for Dakota trying to answer the bell to counterpunch after that Stevenson score.
Finding some yards, not quite a first down. They found a few more yards versus that last run that they just had, and we'll see if they come back to that run again.
Man down, near side, right on the Dakota sideline. I didn't check the number.
I think that's Kamari Davis
Okay.
Irvin, the junior.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, he's really coming to his own, too. He's found a way to make an impact on this defense. He was primarily a receiver, the junior was, but coach said, hey, let's see if you work on defense. They plugged him in at that outside linebacker to the strong side, so he's playing that nickel Sam spot. And at his size and his frame, 6'3", 180, 190 pounds, he's been playing it really well for them. He's got 2 huge interceptions for them through the first 2 weeks. He's up on his feet, so hopefully he's okay. That's a big player for this offense and defense of the Titans.
Nice to see him getting up under his own power. Looks like he's favoring the left arm a little bit. Hope he's okay. A big third down looming, Grant. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Yep. Very big third down here. If this Titan defense can get off the field, I mean, it almost as if they've kind of taken the driver's seat here. Dakota can get a first down. They can breathe here for another few snaps or so.
Davis again. Aaron on his left hip. Trip receivers far side, one near side. Davis with the keeper. Big hole, big first down. Davis gets a block. Gets another block. 40. And out of bounds. The flag comes in right at the spot of that second block, Grant.
Yep, and the block was by number 7. That's Sills, Jaden Sills, the big receiver, the junior receiver, with a block coming back towards the offense. They might get blind slide.
Yeah, is that what they're going to get?
That'd be my guess. And then we had that example in the first half where number 8, Mason Dragic, had that same exact rep, but he just stepped in front, set a little pick. That time, Jaden Sills ran through him, which really draws the ref's eyes.
Yeah, let's see. We're going to get a Hopefully we can get a replay of that in just a second. The officials still talking about it. They're going to move it back. So, Grant, this is going to be after a big third down conversion.
We're going to see it here.
It's going to move all the way back. Take a look here, Grant.
It's going to come right outside here. It's going to come from right here. Number 7, watch his block downfield. Yep. And those are some of the easiest calls for the ref. They see that huge blow up. It makes a sound. Everyone hears it. And the refs look. They see direction of the block. Clipped him on the side. You're going to get that call 9 times out of 10. And it looks like Kamari Davis-Irvin is back on the field, number 5 for this defense. That's a good sign for them as well.
3rd and 6. I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, Titans are going to call a timeout and talk about it. A very swift-moving first half. And this third quarter.
You know, listen to Sean and Grant call that game, the Stevenson-Dakota in the bottom left. That penalty, it wasn't a killer for the fact that you did lose that first down in the yardage, but it's a spot foul. It was down the field, so it comes back. They still have a 3rd and 6 and a good opportunity to move the chains, and sometime we'll get back there. And boy, I like that. Shawnee had a great call on that. Very exciting. Second block, loved it. Loved the Wayne State Tartar. I'm sorry, the Wayne State Warrior. I mean, I'm just showing my age again.
Hey,
the upper right here, this is the game that it just shows it doesn't matter how cool your uniforms are, you have to be the best team on the field. Tonight, the team in the white and black shorts, Marine City Mariners, have been the better team, even though Centerline has the sweetest uniforms.
No question about it. 43-6 is that game, Marine City, as they look to add on. And they do. So let's go back here. This is Celine and Dexter. And yeah, oh no.
Yeah, miscommunication. The quarterback throws the go route, the receiver ran the fade stop.
And 15 was there, and he brings it in.
Everyone runs that, Ryan. It's hard because you teach your receiver, if you're even, you're leaving. In other words, if you get next to the defensive back, you run the go, you keep going. And that's what the quarterback thought. So the quarterback starts unleashing the ball, and while the receiver doesn't think he's past him or next to him, he breaks it off, and the only one that keeps going is the defensive back, and it's an interception.
Yeah, Braylon Thomas, the junior, was there. He brings it in. Interception in the end zone. And Celine, after taking the lead, they now get the ball back.
Well, in the upper left, nice catch, Alan Parker Beanie, number 17, the big fella. They just throw the back of the end zone. He's standing on the back of the end line. He just goes up and high points the ball over the 2 smaller defenders, and sometimes genetics wins.
Lander Emmerich. Yeah, genetics. He's a big fella, 6'3". Went up and got it.
A little bit of breathing room for Cabrini now.
19-3. Obviously haven't given up a touchdown yet. Fourth quarter in that one.
So, are they a monarch like a ruler, a king, or are they a monarch like the butterfly?
That's a good question.
I'm going to guess the ruler king.
It probably depends.
I don't think the pretty butterfly that's a monarch strikes fear into the hearts of your opponents.
Yeah, I would say they're 3-0, so they are definitely the ruler and the king.
They are.
Yeah. If they were 0-3, maybe, definitely. 19-3. They've got the lead early in the fourth there. 21-14 in our game of the week. Dakota with a 7-point lead over Sterling Heights Stevenson. Dakota trying to make something happen. Port Huron and Fraser, they're going at it. We haven't heard from them in a while. It's Port Huron with a 24-0 lead. Let's listen in.
Davidson keeps wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, kept on pushing as it was Aiden Trailer who was the first one to Davidson, but he kept his feet moving and ended up on the first down. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Davidson gives left side, inching near the goal line, as is going to be well short.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that Fraser Port Huron game, Ryan. But the one I'm really interested in is the bottom left, Stevenson in blue. I'm sorry, Dakota in the blue, Stevenson in the white. Dakota trying to get more than a 1-possession lead here.
Slings it there to the outside, just outside the red zone, down to, they're saying, the 21 there. You saw Frankenmuth and Essexville Garber in one of the boxes. That game is now final. Muth, after scoring 70 last week, they win 61-0 this week.
Phil Martin's got him going again. That was a big play in the bottom left. I was talking about that. That was a 4th down and 5. They ran about a 6-yard out. Were able to execute it, get the 1st down. In the red zone now, the Cougars.
And Saline has tacked another one on, 40-27.
It's almost like Dexter ran out of gas in that bottom right against Saline, because they were up 20-6, I think, at one time.
Yep.
But since then, Saline has just been unstoppable.
22 unanswered to take a 41-27 lead. They've opened up a 2-score lead after being down 13-0 early in the first.
Yeah, and there's still, you have the whole 4th quarter with 35 seconds remaining in the third. So you have the whole 4th quarter if you're Dexter, but this next possession, the way your defense is getting tired, you have to get down the field and get a score, because you're not sure you're going to stop Saline, so you definitely have to score yourself.
Dearborn Divine Child, Detroit Country Day pops back up on your screen, top right. It is Divine Child. The Falcons looking to tack on another score at DCD. The Yellow Jackets breaking out the UCLA unis this week. We talked about them at the top. Those are sharp.
Good-looking uniforms.
Man, and we mentioned Port Huron in the all-orange center lines, looking sweet this week too. It's good uniform day here, week 4 across Michigan. Clarkston, Everest, and Cabrini. Looking to add on to their lead. They've got the ball in their own territory. They're at the 30-yard line.
Technically the road team, but here at Memorial Stadium against Fort Huron Northern.
31-0, as you can see. Let's go to Fraser and Port Huron. Great tackle there.
Skip forward for a couple.
Our series ball carrier brought down by number 31, David Doris.
Here comes Divine Child.
Made the stop, the junior.
Beale City, who we checked in with earlier today. They're taking on McBain. They get a big win.
Goal from the 17 for Port Huron.
Beale City, the defending D8 champs. They are 4-0 now on the year. And as we say goodbye to them, we welcome in Harper Woods and Stony Creek. This was a 1-possession game. And it's Harper Woods in white, bottom of your screen, right side. Harper Woods in white. The D4 state champions 2 years ago. Made it to the semis last year, lost to the eventual champs Goodrich. And as we zoom in, we have a stoppage in play.
And you will know this, the nickname of Goodrich?
That would be the Martians.
And their head coach?
That would be Tom Olwood.
Oh, there you go. I knew I was in your wheelhouse there. Good man. Been in the coaching business 30, 40 years. He's coaching his grandson, and that was a tough story last year.
Yeah.
Was it
the
the
leg
semis
injury
or the quarters?
in the semis
he
against
got hurt.
Harper Woods.
Yeah, hurt his leg bad.
Yep.
He got knocked to the game, didn't get to play in the finals.
And his dad is the superintendent at Grand Blanc and the defensive coordinator for the Martians. And yeah, it was the Aiden Hutchinson injury. I actually talked to him at the Frankenmuth game. He's walking, he's moving good. He's got a new little nick on his knee, though. He's got a little battle scar. But yeah, Trevor Allward out there, and you know, Tom, you know his claim to fame. He was on that winless with Nebraska. Yep. Played for Tom Osborne out there, and he was on the winless Tampa Bay Bucks
He had
squad.
a cup of coffee with the Bucks that year. Yeah, that's right. He, Coach Allward, good man. enjoy visiting him. And I love the nickname. One of my top 5 nicknames in the state of Michigan, the Martians.
Gotta be. And you know what they do after every game? Every game they win, they go out in the back on their practice field, and you got these big old dudes out there. They do the hokey pokey after every single win. That's how they celebrate.
That's interesting. You know, the Martian, though, I was really disappointed. I found out it wasn't a little green guy from another planet.
No, it looks like
it's
a
the
Spartan.
the warrior, yeah. I thought it was going to be like Kazoo from the Flintstones. That'd be a cool mascot, right?
That would be. Well, I'll tell you what, man, they got a running back, his feet, and their quarterback. His feet move like the Flintstones, man. They got some fast dudes up there.
All right, we go full screen here. We're going to, do we have Shawnee on now? Sean and Grant, we're going to tune them up a little bit.
Yeah, let's head to him.
Nikos Davis. I mean, he's a running back, 6'2", 190. He can run the football too. I mean, he runs hard. So I mean, if you're the Titan defense here, you gotta prepare. You gotta just kind of gamble and say we're prepared for that quarterback run. If you come out with something else, so be it. But we're not gonna allow number 2 Nikos Davis to beat us.
Davis trots back on the field. 3rd and 5 from the 6-yard line. Looking over that defense. He's going to keep it again. He gets to the outside, puts his head down, dives to the goal line. He did not get the end zone, but he should have the first down. Let's see, Grant.
I think it's going to be short, and in walks Braden Henson. We'll watch the replay right here. Quarterback design run, and it just falls off the table to the right side. No pressure on the edge. Great block by the right tackle, Andrew Tatowski, pushing that defensive end all the way back. Great effort on the lean. The ref brings him up at the 1 here. Huge opportunity for both teams here.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Let's see what they decide to do here. Do you give it to Aaron? Do you have that 6'1" quarterback lean forward?
I would put a lot of what I own on number 2 keeping this football. A little bit of a tush push, if you will.
Well, certainly looks that way. I think we got a timeout before it was even snapped. We did. Absolutely, we got a timeout before it was even snapped. Hey, Hungry Howie's is a great partner of the State Champs Network's Mr. Football and Anvil Awards Cajun Crust. Hungry Howie's, famous for flavor. Order your pizza Cajun Crust at hungryhowies.com. With this chill in the air, do you know what that Cajun Crust would do right now?
Something special.
And listen, I'm telling you guys, see, these guys don't know, Grant. You're an old pro now. So when you call, you know what you say? You say, can I have Cajun Crust? But can you pour it all over the pizza? And they'll go, yeah, we can do that. Oh, baby. That'll warm you up on a cold night like tonight.
Amen.
Boy, high school football, Grant, you got to live it up close in football. High school football on a Friday night, there's nothing like it.
No,
there really isn't.
It really brings the whole community together. It's a community-wide event. It's something special.
So 1st and goal for the Cougars. 9:35 to go. A touchdown here would be huge.
76 right here. Big boy Jaden Randall has to be huge on this play.
Keeper again. Davis leans forward, touchdown. You could see him tilt his body around and reach that football out. You're not going to stop that.
No, and with that 6'2 frame, only a yard to go. With guys pushing him in the back like Braden Henson. Defensive ends coming in the game. Jacob Arini.
Boy, is that a great look,
Look at that. That is football right there. That's 1 yard. Who wants it more? It looks like the Cougars were able to get a good push up front. That right side of the line did a great job.
Snap down, kick is up, the kick is good. Huge score. 9:32 to go, and the Cougars have extended their lead back to 2 touchdowns.
All right, a much-needed touchdown there for Dakota. They're back up 2 touchdowns after Stevenson scored 14 straight. And how about the night the quarterback, Nikos Davis, is having, Rob? Another touchdown for him.
Yeah, Coach Greg Bauer has got to be pleased with the Dakota Cougars. how they reacted when they got a little bit of adversity where the team, you think you've got the game in hand, you guys maybe relax a little bit, and all of a sudden it's 21-14, but they take the ball and go right down the field and put a touchdown in, and now it's going to be a difficult task to come back if you're Stevenson with just, what was it, about 4 or 5 minutes remaining in the game.
And we've got a great game between Harper Woods and Stony Creek. That's a one-possession game at 28-21. This one, two-possession game. That is Saline on top of Dexter, 41-27 early in the fourth. Divine Child putting the hurt on Detroit Country Day, 38-0. And since I mentioned it, our Alex Johnson is there. And Alex, man, the Falcons, they're flying high, as you said earlier.
Yeah, they're definitely earning the win in this one. It's now a 38-0 rout for the Falcons in the fourth quarter. Early in the second half, the Yellow Jackets did find a chink in Drew Sheridan's armor with an interception by Derek Williams, but Country Day couldn't finish the drive due to a drop pass. Third quarter saw punters competing for distance after both the offenses stalled out, but late in the quarter, Divine Child put it together enough for a field goal from Lucas. Rolling in, then Marcelo Vitti scored halfway through the fourth to pretty much close this one out. And I think this is definitely going to be Divine Child's ball game. So back to you guys in the studio.
All right, appreciate that, Alex. And yeah, you mentioned Marcelo Vitti, candidate for Mr. Football, going to Iowa. He's going to play in what is now called the Military Appreciation Bowl. That's the former Army All-American game down there in San Antonio. Biggest thing to me, 38-0. They have yet to give up a point this season.
Wow. They're putting up some big numbers on both sides of the football, little numbers on defense, obviously zeros, but this is a game right here now. We talked about Dexter answering that they had no choice entering the fourth quarter but to take this down the field and score because they're not slowing Saline down much. So let's see if they can finish this long drive on a 2nd down and 10 as they're in the red zone.
Quick pass. Caught by Novara. And the result of the play is a touchdown.
All right. As we take it, it happens. Touchdown. 41-33.
That call. I'm going to guess he's pulling for Saline because that was a very uninspired touchdown for these Dexter fans.
Didn't say the name at all. That's Cooper Arndt with the touchdown there. It's now a one-possession game one more time. But yeah, touchdown bad guys.
Yeah, but you know what? We really do appreciate the ability to go in and pick up their calls and to air this. And it's a good opportunity for these guys that have been doing this for years, calling their local teams. And if you listen to me call Eastern Michigan, I sound way more of a homer than that.
Yeah,
it's okay.
And taking on the Raging Cajuns tomorrow.
Yeah, coming up from the Southland. We're a 2.5-point dog at home. Homecoming at Rynearson Stadium, Crosby Field.
Looking for a first win of the year?
Yep, it's been a tough year. As every mid-major happens, now you lose your best players to the Power Fours, but we just couldn't replace them because of lack of NIL money that the university has. And Stevenson with a big play in the bottom left. They're not. They're coming back now. There's still 8.5 minutes in the fourth quarter, and that was about a 40-yard pass play getting down the field.
Yeah, Ronnie Hill Jr. there as he's kind of limping off the field. But yeah, they're back in Dakota territory there, 40-yard line. They got plenty of time.
Oh, plenty of time, but you do want to try to score as quickly as you can to give your defense, if they give up a few first downs before they can get a stop against Dakota. They've been hurting Dakota in the second half, throwing the football, and that's what they're trying to do again here.
Davion Reese that time. Pass is incomplete. He's the quarterback for Stevenson, who is in the white, if you're just joining us. In the blue, Macomb, Dakota. Both teams 3-0 in the MAC red here. Looking for a big conference win.
I mean, you got Ike in that conference, Eisenhower. You also have Chip Valley. So you got 4 teams that are just every year are fighting to be one of the, they're in the one or two are going to be the top 10 teams in the state.
Absolutely.
I always say the Macomb Red, the OK Red in Grand Rapids, the Catholic League in Detroit. Those to me have been your predominant, and also the OA, the OA with Clarkston and that conference here as we see a scramble.
In and out of the hands, and he knew it.
Yeah, you just got to lighten that touch. Just got to have a little bit of a touch
Orion Sanford there.
That's going to bring up a big 3rd and 10. And on the right, we see, this is nice. Look at Alan doing a great job, producer here, doing a great job directing, getting us the 2 games that really are still in the balance, in the 2 box.
Saline here. This one is the top 20 battle, our 6th ranked team this week. Saline hosting Dexter, number 18. Dexter jumped out 13-zip.
Dexter scored on the last drive, huh? Now it's a 1-possession game. It's become a track meet, though.
And how about this right here on the left side? That's going to be a 1st down. I don't see any flags out there. Big time pickup by the QB, Davion Reese. Went around the right side, got the edge, and a huge pickup.
And anyone who's been watching this game of Stevenson, Dakota, and Sean and Grant would agree, with his ability to throw the football, Reese, the quarterback for Stevenson, it just opens up that when he wants to scramble, get outside the pocket, it just makes him such a difficult 2-way quarterback.
Yeah, now they're in business. Nice look at the Jays there. Those are the originals there, Rob, back when you played. 85, wide open, man.
Oh, he got him turned a little bit. He couldn't open up. Ball was underthrown and thrown behind the receiver who tried adjusting. He just, as a receiver, you know, I coached him over the years. The quicker you can pick up the flight of the ball, the easier it is to catch the ball because you can adjust to make the quarterback look better. So if he picks that flight up a little sooner, he turns a little quicker, he gets his balance, and he makes that catch.
Yeah, that's Landon Porter out there, the receiver, the senior. Looking to make it a 1-score game again. Couldn't do it. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Bottom right, we've been checking in with Harper Woods and Stoney all night. Still a 1-possession game, 28-21. It's Stony Creek in the blue, Harper Woods in the white. We're taking Stevenson full here. They are in the red zone. That's Reese firing over the middle. Oh, and in and out of the hands, Rob. That was a pick.
Yeah, that was an ill-advised throw by Reese. He had double coverage on the crossing route, and he just really forced the ball in. I think he looked in the pocket. He saw the pressure was coming. He just tried to make the throw, and he's going to live to fight another day. But he caught a break there, the quarterback of Stevenson.
Dominic Van Vliet there in coverage, in and out of his hands. Once again, Harper Woods and Stoney. That clock is ticking, down to 2:20 to play in the game. Stoney has the ball, looking to tie it up.
Now this is what we like. You get towards the end of the night, now all the games on the 4-box, Scott Hansen, eat your heart out. All our games on our 4-box right now are relevant. And the only one that the Father Claire Murphy game up there with a Cabrini and Everest still is in doubt. But
Reese got a man wide open again, Rob. In the back of the end zone, there is a flag. He did not bring it in, but there's a flag down.
And I can tell you, I can count on one hand how many times I've seen offensive pass interference in high school. So I'm going to guess that's going to go against Dakota.
Still waiting for that call. You'll obviously see it when it comes in. Saline marching as we check it out. Yeah, and you called it. On the defense, we'll take one more look at it here. Ronnie Hill wide open there.
Oh, man,
And that looked clean,
that's
didn't
a pretty nice play. Yeah, that's a tough call.
That looked pretty clean.
Now, granted,
Rashad
our view's
Wilson.
not as good as the official who was there, but man, that looked pretty good. Like they arrived the same time as the ball. Upper left.
Oh,
Everest going for the big chunk, no good.
I think it got him in the back of the helmet there.
Bottom right, but you got to keep up here now. We got to get these so they're not all synced together.
Yeah, Stoney. They are in the red
All
zone.
3 plays are going to go about the same time here.
Having a little trouble with the signal there, but that's okay. We'll let you know what happened. Pass no good to the outside. Great coverage play there. Less than a minute to go. 3rd and 7. Stoney's got the ball at the 14, looking to tie this thing up. Maybe pull an upset over Harper Woods. Came in ranked 8th this week. 3-0 on the year. Wins over Redford Union, Clarkston, and Birmingham Groves a week ago. Looking to move to 4-0, but Stoney They got something to say about it. There we go. Throw to the outside.
Oh, nice.
Great tackle. Nothing doing there for Brosy Telegleds. Just short there of Dakota. As we jump back out to the 4-box, man, we've got all the action going. Celine as well. That's Tommy Carr throwing and finding a man who slips and falls at the 15.
All right, this is what I wanted to see right here. This is a football junkie's dream. We got 3 great games going on. I'm getting, it's like my eyes can't move fast enough because they got to get off sync on time. And we look at the bottom left, Stevenson trying to make it a 1-score game here.
They
Reese,
are
the quarterback.
on the doorstep and nowhere to go.
That was 3rd and goal. It's going to be 4th and goal.
Yeah, Reese handed it off, and the back was hit immediately by about 3 dudes. We've got the bottom right, Harper Woods, Stony Creek. Stony with the clock ticking down. Rob, they're looking to tie it.
You get 4th and goal, Stevenson. This is really the game for them. You're down 2 scores with only 5.5 minutes. If you don't get in here, you're really up against it. So this play for Stevenson is do or die time. That's good because we got a little timeout on the bottom right.
And of course.
Oh, come on.
It seems to happen every time. Dexter and Celine. We haven't checked in with Cass and King for quite a while. Kadarius is there. He's got an update for us. Kadarius Flowers, our reporter down on the field. How's it going down there? You can see the top right, the Cass and King game there.
Yeah,
We've got an injury there.
But the bottom right, Harper Woods and Stony Creek, this is a huge play right now. Oh, they're doing a shift, and they got Harper Woods to draw them offside. They're doing like a 3-man shift. Let's see, the officials are talking it over.
Both teams, as always, saying no, it was them. Stevenson as well, looking to punch it into the end zone.
I think it's offside defense.
And we have another flag over on the Stevenson-Dakota game, your bottom left. Celine has found the end zone. As you see the extra point up and through. 48-34.
I think Celine that time, I think they pretty solidified. They got a 2-possession game. It's just over 5 minutes to go, so they're fairly comfortable. But here on the bottom right, Stony Creek, after that 5-yard penalty.
To the outside, quarterback trying to make something happen. He is stood up and stopped. Great tackle there by Javante Nelson.
Man, this Harper Woods team, this is our 3rd week watching them. You go side to side, it's tough because they can move. They do a great job at lateral movement defensively. I think right in this situation, you almost got to just try to punch it straight up the middle. Find a crease.
Yeah, athletes all over the field for Harper Woods.
Bottom right, let's see.
Here comes Stoney. Nowhere to go.
You know, the problem there, look at that play's done. You got 5 blue shirts standing around watching your quarterback get tackled. No one's engaged. Good job shedding the blocks by Harper Woods with the interior defensive front.
Brotel Gatus had nowhere to go. Stevenson, Dakota, passes incomplete. And I believe that's a turnover on downs, Rob. Is that right?
For Stevenson?
Yes, sir.
So that game, Dakota's got that one. Looks like they have that in hand. Celine looks pretty comfortable right now against Dexter. I think Stony Creek might. Is it going to be 4? Is that 3rd? Is this 4th down coming with Stony Creek? Maybe we get a shot of it there. Perfect.
There we go.
Oh, my, you ask and you shall receive.
Beautiful.
Or
Third
it says
down.
it's 3rd and 3, I believe.
3rd and 3.
So nice. So they got 2 more shots at it. Uh-oh. Could it be our 3rd consecutive week of overtime? I don't think our boss Lou's going to be able to afford us anymore.
It's going to take some more conies from National.
That's true. National Conies did rock this place today.
So Stevenson marches all the way to the 1. They get stopped, and then a turnover on downs. Dakota takes over. Just over 5 to play in that one. They've got a 14-point lead.
It just shows me, though, Justin Newcomb, the head coach of Stevenson, he's going to take a lot of positive out of that game because the way his team fought back down 21-0, no quit, and here's a 3rd and 3.
Snap goes to Bro again. He's fighting again, but got nowhere to go again. Wrapped up by Jesse White.
Being about a 4th and 1.5. The clock is running, I believe. They got time, though, and they shouldn't be in too much of a rush. This is 4th down. Good camera work.
The push, and he's in there, Rob.
Told you. Go straight ahead.
You did.
Don't get fancy.
And after 3 straight
No,
tries,
all right.
going outside, didn't work.
Right.
Up the middle.
All right, Coach Slocum. You
Oh, boy.
kicking or you going for 2? You're at home.
I'm going for the win at home.
See, I would kick it because you just had 3 yards. It took you 3 plays to get it. That defense is tough. You would go for it. I would kick it.
Well, we'll see what they do here.
Oh, you called it, boss.
I
appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm knocking off the defending champs from 2
Gonna
years
roll them
ago
right
in the
here. They got
semifinalists
trips
last
to the
year.
right. Roll them right.
Quarterback keeps it. Gets to the line. Here's a push. Is he over? They think he's in. No signal from the official yet. He was standing right there. Let's see what happens. Still no signal.
He did not make it.
He did not.
Well, I didn't see any of the
Wow.
striped shirts raise their arms. What a stop.
Incredible stop by Harper
Well,
Woods.
and you knew it was coming. They had trips that way. 3 guys out there to block. The quarterback's been running the ball, and they carry it to the edge. And Harper Woods get a big win on the road at Rochester Stony Creek. And it looks like Celine's going to get their win at home against Dexter. And Stevenson is going to fall up short even after the nice comeback.
And we still have in that Cass King game. Yeah, we have our Kadarius Flowers there. He is with us this time. Kadarius, we see an injury that's been for quite a while. For a while.
Game where Cass Tech was up 20-0 with 5 minutes and 58 seconds here left in the 3rd quarter. But the game took a turn for a disturbance when everybody on the side was creating disturbance for everybody. It paused the game, and from there they told all of the spectators on the outside to get to a seat, or they were going to have DPS members, some football coaches, etc. Everybody came together and decided it was best to disqualify the game, and they called it. That was maybe about 30 minutes ago. Now the football players are all getting into a circle. Once again, Cass Tech was up 20-0 with 5 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. Corey Sadler had 3 touchdowns. Back over to you.
All right, thanks, Kadarius. Unfortunately, we were cutting in and out on his signal there a little bit. There was a disturbance outside. Some fans were in a restricted area. They didn't leave, and that caused a delay in the game, Rob. And now what we saw, we were thinking maybe that was an injury. No, they've called that game.
Yeah, they were discussing what was going to transpire.
Yeah, so that game has been called 20-0. Number 1 Cass Tech beats Detroit King in a game that unfortunately had to be stopped early.
That's a shame. Kids trying to play football, it's people not even involved in the game. It's not the coaches, it's not the players, it's somebody that will not leave a restricted area. They've been warned, they've been asked, and so the game gets called. And that's if that's my son or playing or daughter playing or whatever,
yeah,
you're really disappointed.
You only get 9 of these.
Yeah, you only get 9 of them. That's right. But you know what? I think John Kidd's going to agree with me a little bit more when I told him Corey Sadler's the best player in the state of Michigan. He just hung up 3 touchdowns against Detroit. Martin Luther King. Not against, no knock on McBain, but not against a Division 8 school, against another one of those really good teams in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, unfortunate there. So 20-0 as we now check back in. Clarkston Everest taking on Allen Park Cabrini. 19-9 now. Everest found the end zone for the first time.
But it's still a 2-possession game, so Cabrini can play, pretty conservative defensively. Offensively, you can see him hand the ball off. The Dakota game, or the Harper Woods Tony Creek, well-fought game. What did that be in 28-27?
27, yeah. They stopped him on the 2-point conversion. Yeah. We couldn't tell. Looked like maybe he reached the ball over. Referee said
both
no
the refs,
good.
There's one on each side. Neither of them signaled, So
there you go, 28-27. Stony Creek fights hard, but they fall to Harper Woods Pioneers now. Rod Oden's crew improving to 4-0 on the year. Here's Stevenson in Dakota. Dakota's pretty excited.
Yeah, they just picked off a long pass by the quarterback Reese of Stevenson, and that's definitely going to ice this game.
So we take a look at the replay.
Very enjoyable third week.
Oh, absolutely.
I think we saw some good games, a lot of good plays, and there's one great play right at the very end there.
Yeah, coming over, jumping that route. That's Dominic Van Vliet. We mentioned him a little bit earlier, and here he is again. The great senior DB with the pick that will probably seal the deal.
Wow, look at that Saline score. Saline, after being down 20-6, hung 48 more points, and then they have 54. We're still 5 minutes to go in the fourth, but that game is decided. A 3-touchdown lead.
Yeah, 20-point lead in that one. What a turnaround, like you said, from down 13-0 and 20-6 to up 54-34. Dakota now trying to run out that clock. A little bit over 2 minutes to play in that one. Battle of unbeaten teams, our game of the week. Sean Belizean and Grant Perry are down there for this one. Looks like Dakota's going to move to 4-0. They've won 3 straight. This is the 30th all-time meeting between these two schools. Dakota leads the series 17-12, and they're going to add another one on there. We were here last week, the Titans of Sterling Heights. Overtime game, picked up a big win last week to improve to 3-0 over Chip Valley, 24-21 in OT. They're going to need a miracle to get to OT this time, though. Back over to Dexter and Saline as we take that one full. This one, as you said, pretty much over right here as well.
Yeah, it is. What's funny, I'm looking back at the game that we had with Sean Belizean and Grant Perry, the Sterling Heights, Stevenson, Dakota, Macomb, Dakota. They could meet again now. Remember in the playoffs, a lot of times you play your first 2 games are against conference teams.
Yep.
And both those, those are 2 good football teams in Stevenson and Dakota. I can see them meeting again in the playoffs down the line somewhere, and you never know what's going to transpire. Stevenson's looking at this game saying, listen, we had a couple big plays that went against us. We battled the second half. We can play with this team. We can beat this team.
And you've mentioned it numerous times, Rob. It was really those 2 big plays. Special teams, block punt, take back for 6, and then as well as the fumble, and that turned into 6 points as well.
Right. So it's been a tough go for Stevenson in a sense, but then again, a lot of positives can be taken out. And on the other side of the box, you see Dexter and Saline, a big win for the Hornets, a home win they expected to get here tonight. And they came through in the second half. Their offense really took over this game, and Carr, the quarterback, did a really nice job in the second half delivering the ball. He's got a lot of weapons, as we talked about, and it's a team to be reckoned with. Saline, they look skilled. They don't look as physical. Like you try to compare games. You look at the Dakota Stevenson game, even the Cass King game. Those seem more physical to me. This game has seemed more spread out. This game being Saline and Dexter, it's been a little bit more throwing, pass happy, not in the trenches type of game. Yeah. So we'll see. playoffs, that's one thing in the state of Michigan. You will find out who the teams are because they will be matched up as the playoffs get deeper each year.
Well, and the Hornets have a couple of big wins already this year. They start the year knocking off Rockford 37-28, and then a pair of shutouts over the Ann Arbor teams, 50-0 and 51-0 against Skyline and Pioneer.
Ryan, I appreciate all the work you do on those stats, buddy.
You got it.
You do some
I got to
prepping.
contribute something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's good because I like that because that helps me. I listen to what you're telling me, all these different stats, and stats can lie.
Oh, yeah.
I get that.
50-0 does.
But yeah, and 3 goose eggs or 4 goose eggs in a row for Divine Child.
Yeah.
That's I don't care who you're playing.
Right.
You know.
You go a whole month
without giving up a
point.
point. You're doing some work.
You're doing something right, no question about it. If you don't give up a single point, and they're not winning 7-0 either, Rob. They're winning, big time like they did tonight.
They're balanced, both sides of the football. What do we know? What division? I should get on my phone here. What division Divine Child is? They're like 4 or 5 maybe?
They could
make some noise. I mean, you have Grand Rapids Catholic Central, who we had looked pretty good. They're Division 5, so Divine Child, we'll see.
Well, and Goodrich, they're Division 4, the state champs. They are reloaded. They're looking good. Frankenmuth, we saw tonight, they win 61-0 over Essexville Garber. They've made it to Ford Field 3 of the last 5 years. I know you called their game. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to bring home a state championship, but that team rolls every single year, and we're seeing it again.
Well, we saw their neighbors get one last year, Millington.
Yes, finally.
The Millington Cardinals came home with the championship last year in a big win, a convincing win. So the lower thumb area was well represented last year, but we'll see. And the beautiful thing is we got the nice tri box here. I like the celebrating too. I like the sportsmanship you see in the Macomb Red there with Stevenson, Dakota, and you're going to see it also with Dexter and Celine.
Cabrini looking happy. They've already shaken hands, but bunch of happy folks over there.
I was going to say my buddy Corey Schlesinger would be happy now, but he's at Allen Park High School.
Oh, okay.
Not Cabrini. He's the computer drafting, computer-aided drafting he teaches.
Yeah, CAD, yeah.
He's actually the Ram man we call Corey. What a great dude he is. Followed my footsteps. I tell him that he after football he became a school teacher, and he's going to get 20 in before he's done. I did 30. It was a great way, and it's allowed me to stay active in this too, in the broadcasting of high school athletics, which I truly enjoy.
Oh, absolutely. And I know all those years on the sidelines, I'd see out there at Lapeer all the time.
I see you on Channel 12.
Oh, yeah. It was awesome back in the day. Now here we are on Local 4 Plus, as well as the State Champs Sports Network. This has been a lot of fun one more time. And another night, though, you said it last week. That's why they call it high school football. When you thought something might happen, we thought we'd have some great, we had some blowouts.
I know. I mean, we thought we had 5, classic games that were going to go down in the annals of time of being competitive. And they really started out early with Detroit Catholic Central just mopping the field up with Orchard Lake St. Mary's, who mopped the field up with De La Salle. Now you watch De La Salle. Have they played Catholic Central yet? I don't think they have.
Not yet.
They'll play. You watch De La Salle, who got beat by 40. By a team that got beat by 40 by Cat, so it's not going to be 80 when they play, but you watch, they'll compete with them. Dan Roan will have his team come back and battle Justin Sasante's Shamrocks.
It's going to be a very interesting year. It already has been, and we are so glad to be able to bring this to you from the north to the south, all over the state of Michigan. One more time, we brought it to you right here on Local 4 Plus and the State Champs Sports Network. We're going to do it again next week. Hope you had a good time. If you missed it or caught us in the middle, go on that YouTube page, hit the rewind button. You get to watch all the games and get yourself caught up. For Rob Rubick and our entire crew, I'm Ryan Slocum. We'll see you right back here again next week on State Champs Score.
Looks like they're starting that off very well. Maloney takes the snap, hands it off to Trenton Brunick once again. Trenton's going up, I'd say so, about 4th and 4.
Champs Score is delivered by Hungry Howie's Pizza. Also brought to you by Lawrence Technological University, Alta Equipment Company, Michigan High School Athletic Association, and the Construction Association of Michigan.